The F-117 Nighthawk, as the world's first operational stealth military aircraft, holds an unquestionable position in military history. It opened a new chapter for stealth aircraft. However, such an expensive advanced aircraft did not appear out of thin air. Before its development, there was a scaled-down version known as the Lockheed Have-Blue. Multiple wars in the 1970s demonstrated the vulnerability of conventional aircraft against surface-to-air missiles. According to estimates, if the war-to-loss ratio of air defense missiles and aircraft in the Yom Kippur War were applied, NATO's aircraft would be depleted within 2 weeks in a large-scale war. This reality led the United States to prioritize the research on radar stealth capabilities. Although multiple companies were initially invited to participate in the development, Lockheed ultimately emerged as the winner. As is well known, Lockheed utilized the knowledge of physical diffraction proposed by the chief scientist of the Moscow Radio Engineering Institute in the 1960s and, based on this theoretical foundation, repeatedly calculated and eventually adopted a unique multifaceted structure. In the mid-1970s, Lockheed built a wooden model to explore the aircraft's surface structure and conduct wind tunnel tests. In 1976, it obtained military approval to continue the development. The company then built 2 prototypes, known as Have-Blue. The Have-Blue was relatively small, with a length of only 14.4 meters, a wingspan of 6.86 meters, and a height of only 2.29 meters. Its overall appearance was similar to the later matured F-117, with a distinctive triangular surface and a leading-edge sweep angle of 72.5 degrees. However, unlike the V-shaped tail of the F-117, the Have-Blue had an inverted V-shaped tail with a comparable angle to the sides of the aircraft. The aircraft directly used the front landing gear of the F-5. The aircraft was powered by 2 General Electric J85GE-4A turbojet engines, each with an output of 13.1 knots. The engine air intakes were equipped with grids to reduce radar reflection, and additional valves were installed above the fuselage to ensure air intake. Overemphasis on stealth performance led to poor aerodynamic performance. The aircraft directly used the flight control system of the F-16 and installed a redundant fly-by-wire system. The prototypes were primarily used to verify the aircraft's stealth and flight control performance, and therefore did not have the capability to carry weapons. The company built 2 prototypes, and test pilots referred to these scaled-down prototypes as "little guys." However, both aircraft eventually crashed. The first prototype, HB-1001, made its maiden flight in December 1977. After over 30 flights, it was involved in an accident during landing, damaging the landing gear. The pilot had to eject from the aircraft. The second prototype, HB-1002, learned from the experience of the first prototype. Despite having more flights, it was forced to abandon a flight in 1979 due to hydraulic equipment leakage. Both aircraft, being highly classified, had their wreckage secretly buried. Despite losing the 2 prototypes, the accidents were not caused by the aircraft's aerodynamic layout, and the numerous flight tests accumulated a large amount of data. Therefore, both the company and the pilots considered them successful. In 1982, the first stealth attack aircraft, the F-117A, was delivered, marking the official entry of the Air Force into the stealth era. The Lockheed Have-Blue had an empty weight of 4,060 kilograms, a length of 14.4 meters, a wingspan of 6.86 meters, single-seat operation, and a maximum flight speed of 965 kilometers per hour.